Holy shit! I already said this in a community post, but you guys, you don't understand how much this is like messing with my head, because my mind still lives in the time when 100,000 subscribers was like a legend. Like Ginger Ninja OWO had that many subscribers back in the day, and nobody else in the Warriors community did. Like this, it's a big number, humongous, and unfortunately I'm like super busy with school, so I wasn't able to do anything super grand for this big number. Instead, I'm making a Q&A. Let's go.
You like jazz?
I do in fact enjoy jazz music.
Best flavor of soup?
Pea, as in like the green thing and not the yellow.
Favorite color?
Green.
Dost thou consider mayonnaise an instrument?
Mayonnaise is not like even a food. I hate mayonnaise, it's disgusting.
What's your favorite map to have hosted?
Oh, they're like my children, I can't pick a favorite.
How old are you?
19.
Who's your favorite hipper?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked.
They call me Doc, but I can't fix your heart. There's more to you than titanium parts.
That was Atomic Twins. I'm going to be leaving a link in the description if you're intrigued.
What inspired you to do animation?
SSS Warrior Cats. And then I got a couple of dog questions. Ponzo is 1.5 years old. His favorite hobbies include trying to dig through the couch, sleeping on his back, stealing my blanket, and going on absurdly long walks. He's also maybe a little tick in the head, like, he's relatively easy to deal with anyways, because he's also very non-confrontational. So he doesn't get into fights or bite people or anything. Instead, he demands to be picked up if there's like a scary dog walking up to him. He's adorable.
Can you explain your thumbnail?
My sister drew it. I had this whole video series back in the day in which I made my family members try digital art for the first time, and each of them drew my OC. My current profile picture is just a screenshot from the video about my sister's attempt. I chose it because it has a stronger energy than anything I've ever drawn.
Will you change your profile pic?
Unlikely. This one is like already ingrained in my soul.
How are East Flower, West Flower, and South Flower doing?
I assume this one is related to the video series I just mentioned. There was a thing going on in which my subscribers started calling my family members by these names. And they're alright, I think. My siblings keep breaking their bones, but other than that, yeah.
What are your pronouns?
She, her. Although I've stopped correcting people who get it wrong like ages ago because I don't care that much. It's like it's kind of funny because sometimes like a subscriber turns up and they're like, North Flower, no, you're wrong. It's a she. You're wrong. And it's like I don't care.
Do you have any future map plans?
Yes, but I only talk about stuff like that on my Patreon and in my map servers.
How did you find Warrior Cats?
So I was on this website called Movie Star Planet back in the day, and in that game you could like make your own movies, and you would get in-game money for watching other people's movies. I watched someone's Warriors OC story and I liked the premise of it, so I spoke about it to one of my real life friends, and she had read Warriors and told me that like it's an actual book series. So that's how I discovered Warriors.
Who did you look up to for art?
At the beginning? Ginger Ninja OWO, Duskly Fire, Blaze the Fire Dragon, Hulurichi, Alley Cat, and Lady Teal here. I don't know how to pronounce names.
When did you come up with the name North Flower?
I don't remember when, but I do remember how. I had an OC called South Flower because my family used to take me like on vacation a lot, and I remember that in the south there were always a lot of really pretty flowers. But then when I picked a YouTube name, I thought that maybe it would be a little weird to call it South Flower because I lived in the north and not in the south. So I changed it to North Flower.
Favorite Warriors book?
A Dangerous Path.
What is your favorite music band?
It's funny when you say music band. And it's probably this one.
All-time favorite Warriors character?
Blue Star.
Who's your favorite leader?
Blue Star.
What's your least favorite cat and what's your least favorite clan?
So when I decide whether or not I like a character, I'm not like evaluating whether or not I like their actions or if they're morally good. I'm more looking at the value they add to the story. And Warriors has kind of a lot of characters that add nothing to the story, so all of them are my least favorite. As for the clan, that would be Sky Clan.
Who's your favorite villain?
Ooh, tough question. But it would probably be either Maple, Shade, or Ashfur? I just like emotionally motivated characters better than like politically or ideologically motivated ones.
Do you find interest in other books?
I do read books, but not like animal fantasy. Most of the books that I like aren't really ones that I would recommend to kids. They're like usually kind of dark and political.
Do you want to animate or draw seriously, as a job, or just for fun?
Oh, just for fun. It's like a hobby that I get paid for. I wouldn't really like to have it as my job.
Cheese or cheese?
I don't really like cheese, aside from like in some baked goods.
What annoys you the most?
Ooh, you have opened Pandora's box.
When characters in live action media are all like conventionally beautiful, like if there are a lot of characters in the perfect are like some characters, I get that, but when it's literally everyone, it gets weird. It's immersion breaking. It's like an alternate universe in which everyone looks like that. It's so strange. And sometimes you know like there's a plot point that someone's like unattractive, and that's a plot point. But then they're not unattractive. They didn't cast someone who's unattractive for that role, and I don't get that. Like they just cast someone who looks really good, and then they put glasses on them and like braces. Like that doesn't make anyone like ugly. I don't. People need glasses to see. Yeah, now I'm really angry. Thanks for that. So then like sometimes there are like there's like a character and their mom and then like their grandmother, and they all look like they're the exact same age. Like I can't tell. It's really hard to tell them like even if oh my god. Like nobody in real life looks like that. I don't know why they do that because I've seen like some Norwegian like series and miniseries and they look normal. And it's really great when people like look like actual people for once.
What is your favorite anime?
Moomins.
If Warrior Cats had YouTube accounts, how many of them do you think would have subscribed to you?
Probably none of them because I keep making fun of them.
Would you consider yourself a part of LGBTQ+?
Yes.
What is your favorite place to eat?
Home.
Milk before cereal or cereal before milk?
Oh, come on now, I'm not a barbarian.
Where are you from?
Finland.
What is your favorite non-canon warrior ship?
I'm not really a shipper when it comes to warriors. Too many characters, not enough interpersonal relationships. But I do think that if, like, Ivypool and Hawkfrost had been in a relationship, you know, that could have been interesting because maybe Ivypool would have actually had some sort of a conflict before betraying the Dark Forest. Like, that's something that I would have liked to see. Like, it's not a ship that I ship like, oh, they should be together, no, but it, like, you know, if someone made a multi-animator project with that, I would watch. Actually, maybe I'm making myself. Don't steal the idea!
Do you like games?
Oh, I do like games, but I don't really ever have time to play. The ones that I have played recently would include the Portal games, Minecraft, Among Us, and Sakarin Villapeli. Okay, so I have always gotten a lot of comments asking about my equipment and programs, so I'm just gonna go over all the stuff I currently use here. Obviously, nothing here is sponsored, so first, here's my laptop. I use it for both schoolwork and all the content on my channel. It's not very powerful, and I would actually maybe recommend that if you're going to be using powerful editing programs, you might want to have like a gaming computer or something if you can afford it. Mouse. And then there's my drawing tablet that has been serving beside me for like 5 years, and it kind of shows, but this tablet has managed to stay intact ever since I got it, even though I haven't really done anything to maintain it, so that's pretty cool. Then I have my microphone, which I use for recording audio. You could totally just use your phone for this, but having a microphone does generally give you a better audio quality. And then I have this thing. Now you might be asking, what is that? I have never seen anything like that. This is my pop filter. It's made from a sock and some wire. And I'm telling you, pop filters cost a lot of money. This one cost virtually nothing and it works, so you can do the math there. Let me show you. So now I'm not using my do-it-yourself pop filter and I'm going to blow directly at my microphone. Okay, and then with the pop filter on. So yeah, get yourself one of these if you ever want to record audio. Then onto the programs. I use firealpaca for drawing, and I also draw all of the frames for my animations here. firealpaca is a free program, so you can just go on the internet and download it if you want. I also occasionally use GIMP for image editing and checking values and stuff, but GIMP has some problems with handling drawing tablets and bigger files, so I no longer use it for animation. For editing, I use Movie Studio Platinum 13, which is probably not the best possible program to use, but it does its job and it doesn't like explode my weak computer, so that's pretty cool. Then I have Audacity for recording audio. That one is also free, and then OBS for screen recording and streaming. Also a free program, but it hasn't been working as well as it could since the Windows 10 update. Oh yeah, don't take any of the stuff I use as like recommendations, because I have a habit of finding a thing that works and then never trying anything else again, so I know nothing. But I suppose there's nothing to lose if you try out the free stuff. Yeah, so that's my video, I guess. Thanks for the support. Seriously, it means a lot to me. Content creation is like a passion of mine, and you guys are a constant motivator for me to keep doing what I love. Each and every one of you, and also especially my Patreon supporters. So thanks to my big tier patrons, Florina Fairy, PixieArt5 and ChipDip. And then my small tier patrons, Borkinstar, Brianna Perry, Hollis Day and Siskinfall. Thank you so much for your support. I haven't started working on the Patreon gift animation yet. I will start pretty soon, but you know, like if you want to be a part of that, it's not too late. Wink wink, nudge nudge, support me on Patreon. Advertising, the end.